It's the Sunday morning Screaming Memes with your host, Bandana J.
Morning, everybody. It's me, Bandana J here. It was a great day yesterday. We went to the Dogapalooza in Cookeville, and then we went to the expo, the emergency expo held at the Life Church in Cookeville, Tennessee. We seen some exciting stuff. I had to cut that short. We were hearing the little get together about weather safety, and I kept losing signal throughout the whole thing. So I don't really know what was going on with all that signal stuff there, but it was a great time. We saw a lot of great stuff. The dogs were great. We even met a celebrity weatherman from Channel 5 News, Henry Rothenberg. You know, it was a lot of fun. He even gave us a shout out, which was awesome. You know what I mean? So it's really good. Get out there and support stuff in your local area. It's well worth it. You know, I was going to show you, for those that didn't see Rothenberg in the thing. You know, he's right there, and that was I snapshotted that off the video feed. It's being shown on YouTube, Facebook, and on Twitch. So, I mean, it was a good time. We had, you know, it was good. These guys do work hard out there during the weather, especially when it's stormy and all of that. So, keep them in mind, you know, and, you know, like their stuff. You know what I mean? Also, I have his name on my page, the Bandana J page, so you can go there and like his stuff also. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I'm going to get started here, you know, so just give me a second to get it all going. I forgot to get one thing straightened out first, but that's okay. Here we go. Okay, just bear with me. I got a lot of different things on mine. Oh, hang on. Okay. Let me just move that back. Let me get that up. Let me just make me a little bigger here. Okay, I think we're ready to get started here and have some fun with the Screaming Memes. You know, this is one of my first one there. It's called Netflix. My cats used to do this a lot when I lived out in Cookeville. They would look out the window and stare at the cats and the squirrels, and they thought it was television. So this is a good one for that. It's a good one for that. You know, this is also cats sitting on these Roombas. I know they like to do that. My cats never really liked the vacuums or nothing. They always run from that. Oh, by the way, I meant to mention that we're going to be doing something special here toward the end of the show. I'm going to do a pineapple, cut it open, because people have been asking me about that. So I'm going to do another one of those. And plus I'm going to do a pomegranate, because me being Messianic, tomorrow is the Feast of Trumpets, or starting tonight will be the Feast of Trumpets, which is also Rosh Hashanah. You know what I mean? I think that's the right holiday in the other language. You know, my wife will yell at me later. But it's called the Feast of Trumpets as we know it. It's the celebrating of God coming back. So during that, it's tradition to have a pomegranate. And I'm going to show you how to peel a pomegranate. So you guys should get a nice little kick out of that. You know, now I'm going to go there. Now this one, my friend in the Philippines sent me. His name is Nolan. He's out there on the islands in the Philippines. And he sent me this, and I told him I will show it, you know, because it is good to know. See, in the Philippines, they're even eating pierogies. You know, the Polish food is everywhere on this planet. That's how great it is, you know. So, I mean, it's really good to know that, you know, people are, you know, eating, you know, pierogies. Store-bought, you know, even Mrs. T's, you know, it is what it is. If you want to make pierogies from scratch, it's a little bit of a project. You know, you have to make the dough, to make the fillings, put them together. It's not a 2-minute thing to make. I mean, take you a little bit of time to get it all ready. So when people say, are they homemade and all this? At times, yes, I will make homemade ones. And most of the times, no, because they are very time consuming. You know, it's not and if you're going to do it, you're going to make a few and freeze them. So you kind of get the same thing like the store-bought. So keep that in mind. So it's not a bad thing if you're buying store-bought pierogies or anything like that. I mean, there's another brand out there, I can't think of them right now, that's a little bit better than the Mrs. T's. No offense to them, but they're kind of harder to find. You know what I mean? But it's really good. So keep that in mind when you're looking at pierogies, even the Philippines, in America, no matter where you are. There'd be pierogies even in the North Pole. Polacks are everywhere, remember that. You know, this is a nice little thing. It's about a cat, you know what I mean, or really an animal. It said it was a long day, she said. Hush, he purred. I've got you now. He held her close until she fell asleep, and then he fell asleep off the chair. He just made out the others in the distance. See you tomorrow night, he whispered. It was time for him to return on the Rainbow Bridge. The Rainbow Bridge, for animal lovers, know this, is when your animal goes to die, they cross the Rainbow Bridge. So this was very touching, I thought. Not trying to bring down the tempo of anything. I just thought it was very nice, you know, about the animals thing. Some people say animals don't go to heaven. You know, I think they do. You know what I mean? I think at the end you're going to see your animals and all, because they are God's creatures, and I think to be that. I don't care what anybody can argue me about. You know, it's just something I believe. Then we have 15 ways to keep a relationship working. Like I said, memes are very helpful at the same time. You got stupid memes, you got bad memes, you know, you got very insulting memes, but you know, look for like good memes if you're going to try to do stuff, you know, like this. You know, 15 ways to keep a relationship working. It's advice, you know, love each other, don't lie, keep communications open, stay sweet. When you get hurt, just forgive and forget. You know, never talk about breakups. You know, never say it's okay when it's not. You know, forget about pride. You know, if you say sorry, mean it. Don't compare your past with your present, you know, and don't talk about your stupid exes. You know, well, yeah, you ain't give and take process. Beware of her feelings. And when you had a fight, don't let the day pass, you know, and don't be perfect. Don't be the perfect one. Be the right one. While Olive Life is, that's my wife, she's going, yeah, you know, we've had arguments and all that. We're people. But we make up, and we keep to a lot of this, you know, here and there. You know, so it's kind of, it's kind of cool, you know, so, well, keep that in mind. You know, these are very important things to know in life. You know, just, you know, you fight, break away, come back and talk it out, you know. This I liked because, you know, this is an actual thing, this southernmost point in the continental U.S. This is down there by Key West. The first time I ever saw this, it was on another Twitch streamer called Doe Show, you know, and it's DOE Show. And he had a little box up in the corner, like of different places of Africa and all this, and he had this thing there, you know, not this Monopoly board, but that thing, you know, and I couldn't figure out what it was, and my wife said, well, no, that's at the most southern point of the United States. I said, for real? And then he would show it when people sit on it and all of this, which makes me laugh, but I never knew there was such a thing, you know what I mean, and this is to raise money down there. I seen this post, you know, and it's kind of funny, because Monopoly makes all these games now for like everywhere. Even Cookville has a Monopoly board. I think All Good has one. So you can get all these custom-made boards for everything. So it's a good money fundraiser and all this because, you know, it's a good game and it teaches you about the area. But that is an actual place down there in Florida, in Key West. I never knew that until I seen it then. Then I seen this. I said, now I know what that is. You know? So be aware what you're watching. Good for you, Doe Show, for showing that, you know, and showing around America. I like it when he showed the Navy ships coming in. You know, I got a kick out of that. I don't watch his show as often as I did. I got other stuff I'm doing. I'm kind of busy. But I used to watch it. Me and my wife used to watch him a lot, you know. But I get so busy with other things. A lot of the ones I used to watch, I don't see no more. I don't get time to watch. But, you know, if you get a chance, watch his thing. It's great, you know, and he's kind of funny when he gets upset. You know, there was a lot of political stuff he was covering at the time. But he said stuff straight. I don't know why a lot of people get mad at him. He doesn't say anything that's common sense. So go figure, you know. But this is a place. It is a thing, you know. And if you get a chance to see it, take pictures of it. I mean, that's right down there at the most southern part. I don't even know if it's the most northern pylon type of thing, or most west or most east. I mean, that'd be interesting to see. Do we have these things? I just thought of that now. Good thing to look up. Maybe I'll try doing that one day. You know. Now, as most of you know, I'm here in Middle Tennessee. You know, if Gail was trying, can't see her. You know what I mean? But I'm here in Middle Tennessee, in Livingston, Overton County, and in Tennessee. That's where I'm at. I even did a little walk around the square, and the square I walked around was the same exact area where I walked around. You know what I mean? When I crossed the street, because the city hall, well, not the city, the courthouse is there on the left, and part of the square I walked is over there on the right. But it pretty much looks exactly the same now as then. So, I mean, if you get a chance to see any old pictures of your area, this is great, because this represents everything. And this was 1922, and most of these buildings are still there today. So it goes to show how much history is there. You know, maybe not like growth history, but history. Okay, now, I think I knew this from back in school and all, about seeing a skeleton of a blowfish, you know, and that's what a pufferfish, you know. Said not sure what to expect a pufferfish skeleton to look like, but I didn't think it was this, because they are like bone. When they inflate, that's their defense. That's why they blow up. So if a fish gets them in their mouth, they blow up and they can't get swallowed, you know. So that's kind of interesting, you know. So if you ever wondered, are they like a regular fish? No. You know, their skeleton is more to their sides, you know. You know, Gail, you asked me if the skeleton of that pufferfish is real. I think so, yes. I think Gail, you know what I mean? Because, like I said, they don't really have an internal skeleton. That's also their defensive system. Because if you ever seen a pufferfish blow up, they're pointy everywhere, like a pincushion type of thing. So yes, I do think this is real. You know, I mean, that's just me. I could be wrong. Someone could send me a picture of just a fish, but I believe this is real. Then this is an interesting picture, I thought. You know, it says wonderful view of South America from the space station in the background, the moon. So you could just barely see the moon out there in the far distant than the curvature of the Earth, even though you flatbed people think the Earth's flat, but there's the curvature of something called the Earth, you know, and that's South America. You know, it looks like toward Brazil, the west side looking over toward Brazil and all that. So it's very grass and all that, you know, it's green, you know, but that's kind of cool looking, I thought. I love pictures of outer space looking back. I don't think there's enough posted, you know, like that to see the world from space. This I found really interesting because I do believe megalodons are real. I believe they're out in the ocean now. but they just in the depths. They're in the deep water. I don't think they could survive in the water up above, you know what I mean, the lower depths, I mean the higher depths, whichever it might be. This says the jaw of an ancient megalodon compared to a 3 meter, 10-foot shark, white shark. So you can see it could just swallow it whole. The reason I believe they're real still today, they find megalodon teeth washing up on the shores. You know what I mean? So you could find megalodon teeth every now and then washing up. You know what I mean? That's why I think they're out there right now. They're real, but they just stay in the deepest waters, I guess, because of their body. That's just my thinking. I mean, not being really researched on this, even though you'll see pictures of the megalodons, and I think they did one with something on the sci-fi channel, but that was like a semi-spoof, but I do believe they're real. I mean, I think they're out there right now. I don't think they ever went anywhere, or because why would they? Why would they go somewhere? Be no reason to. They live like a shark, and that's it. So sharks are around. They should be around. You have whales being seen with big bite marks on them. And where do whales go when they die? What's eating a whale? So we'll have to think about that. If you guys are studying oceanography, someone needs to go out there and really see. I don't think that movie Megalodon, that Meg was, I think that could have been done a lot better, but Then we got the new Spider-Man stuff. I thought this was cool because you had all the 3 Spider-Mans. I'm a Tobey Maguire fan. I think he's the one and only Spider-Man. I'm not too crazy about this new one with his whole home series. The only movie I really do like out of all of them the most is the No Way Home, because I thought that was a great story. But the other stories, I wasn't all that crazy about them. And I'm not too crazy about him, the way he portrays Spider-Man. I just think, I don't know, he seems weak. The other Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man guy one, he's okay, but I don't think they gave him full justification in a lot of his stuff. He could be a lot better. Ooh, it's getting cloudy out here. Might rain on me. So I gotta watch that. Then we have from the Terminator. You know what I mean? I never really thought of this, but the T-800, which is Schwarzenegger, exits for a futuristic gun to make sure the store owner wasn't a threat. Let me just slide this up. Because the T-100X for a phased plasma rifle in a 40-watt range. Why would he ask for a gun that hasn't been invented yet? When the shop owner confirms he doesn't have any phased plasma rifles hidden behind the counter, the T-800 knows there's no threat to him or his mission. The question is actually a technique of a certain threat level posed by the shop owner before he moved to shoot him. I don't think so, because if he should have known when the gun was invented. If the gun was invented, say, 2035, why would he have one then? You know what I mean? So, because he knew he went back toward that. So I don't think so with that. I think he was asking because he didn't really know when guns were invented, and he was just wanting the gun. You know what I mean? Because he knew he could do more with that. You know what I mean? Because why would you, throw that in? He's seen that as a more high-powered gun, so if you add and stuff in, you're going to ask for the high-powered one. Because he was like, give me the Uzi, give me the shotgun, give me this, give me that, give me a plasma rifle. It's like, no, I think he was just asking for it. I don't know. Don't send me no comments if you think all this shit. I don't care. But, it says football season is here, and then the guy working on the car says, I don't care. I have friends who are 100% car fanatics, and yeah, they still watch some football, I guess. But yeah, people do their thing they like to do. You know what I mean? Like, I watch my football, but I also do other stuff. I don't work on cars as much as I used to. Back in my younger days, I used to do a lot with cars, but I don't do them as often now. You know what I mean? I used to do, and I didn't care what was on. I used to work on my vehicle. But everybody has their own thing. But if you like working on the cars, go ahead, work on them. Because now is a little bit better time than in the heat. So keep that in mind. Then we got this. I did not really realize this when I seen this movie. It says pirate beetle. And, in Dead Men Tells No Tales, Jack Sparrow meets his Uncle Jack, played by Paul McCartney. Uncle Jack is singing Maggie, Maggie May, Liverpool song from the 1970s. It was a famous recorded by the Beatles in 1970 on the album Let It Be. I didn't even realize it, and if I did, it didn't dawn on me that was Paul McCartney. Because sometimes I don't look at the credits. I like to be surprised, and I was shocked that he was in there. He kind of looks like Captain Jack Sparrow, and also, the looks of him. I'm surprised they don't make a Beatles thing now where, what's his name? Captain Jack Sparrow. Hell, I can't remember his name now. I'm drawing a blank. But him playing, Paul McCartney, So, I'm surprised they don't make that, because he could kind of play the younger version of him. I think a lot of these movies, they missed a lot of good actors who were younger, could have played a lot of these roles, and I don't know, they don't do them, so I don't know. I always thought this was a fun fire pit shaped like the Death Star. I think it's kind of cool. When glowing at night, it probably really looks wild, and sometimes it doesn't really look like it's supposed to. If it's glowing at night. Some of that I would probably wire to put a light in it, an orange light, more than building a fire in it. I think an orange light would really make it stand out more. Now here's Val Kilmer. He's in this the movie Willow. He did an awesome job in this movie. I'm surprised he didn't get nominated for anything with that. I think he's been getting overlooked by the Academy Award Committee long enough. He needs to really get some Academy Awards going his way, because he did a great job in Willow. He did an awesome job in Tombstone. So he should be getting some sort of recognition. I'm all for that, especially in Tombstone. He should have won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, if not, lead actor, because he did an awesome job in that movie. And this is him coming up. This is really, and you don't even see this one on much, Willow. And it's not a bad movie, made by Steven Spielberg. This I thought was kind of funny. It says in the other news, man saves beer from fire, and he's running away with a whole bunch of beer. And that would be, I didn't think that's funny as hell, because it's like, I would save the beer. Yeah, that'd be me. We're going to save the beer. Definitely grab all the beer you can. If people are seeing that I'm showing my status bar up there, it's because we were having glitches and all that, and I think we got them figured out, and stuff is going a lot better now. So, and I'm just kind of tracking that. 5 things you didn't have to do. 5 things you don't have to do for a narcissist is worry about hurting them. You won't. You can intimidate them, but you won't hurt them. You don't have a heart to break. So they don't have a heart, so you ain't gonna hurt their feelings. Feel sorry for them. They can have the best pity party without any help from you. Besides, they are already working on their comebacks. Help them. They are people who are always focused exclusively on what's best for them. And if they need your help, they won't wait for you to offer. Nurse their potential into reality. That is never going to happen, but they will resent you for trying. Love them enough to transform them. Many empaths have lost their youth, their sanity, and even more lives trying and failing to do just that. Yeah, when you get with a narcissist, people claim at times I'm a narcissist, which I don't see why, but, this shit don't work on me either. So, but people say I'm a narcissist, so I don't know, but This stuff don't work. Now this is, I thought was funny because his baseball's Pizza the Hut, and normally you just see his face, and here's like the whole Jabba the Hutt, Pizza the Hut character, on his like throne. So I thought this was pretty funny. I never knew they had this toy, even if it is a toy or someone made this. I don't know. You know what I mean? But it's really cool. I think it's funny, especially if you, like I said, because pizza is going to order out for you. So I mean the line became classic. I'm surprised it doesn't have a button there, and it says that, which would have been perfect. Okay, then we got some riddles coming up here. So what's the longest word in the English language? It's smile, because there's a mile between the first and last letter. So keep that in mind, that there's a mile between the first and last letter. That's why it's the longest word. Think about it. Then we got, why is grammar nostalgic? We find the present tense and the past perfect. So remember that. So if you're a writer, you'll get that. So that's another one. I saw a guy spill his Scrabble tiles on the road. I asked him, what's the word on the street? So if you play Scrabble, you got to make the little words. So I saw a guy spill his Scrabble tiles on the road. I asked him, what's the word on the street? I wonder what he probably told me he was crazy. Why can't you hear a pterodactyl why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom? Because the P is silent. I can't, I was trying to sound it all out, and if it's not that, make a word up. But I think it's that. Gail probably tell me later, say, can you read? I'm going to say, no. That's why I thought it was pterodactyl. What rhythm is orange? Well, what rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. It's a kind of a play on words. Then don't get it. What rhymes with orange? No, it doesn't. Because what doesn't rhyme with orange? Get it? Okay. Okay, back to the reality world. This is for the Pumpkin Festival days that are coming here to, I was about to say Alderaan. We got Star Wars on the mind. But Alhart out here be doing their Pumpkin Festival. And you see wagons like this. They'll be coming, getting pulled by a mule team, and they have like modern tires, and it'd be a covered wagon. They're pretty good. They're fun to ride. I don't think it really strains the horse much with the tires, because it rolls pretty good, but they're fun to go on a little ride with. And there's one of the pumpkins, you would see there. These are big, massive pumpkins. They're not like a pumpkin you're going to find in a store. They're big. They're like at least almost 2,000 pounds or a little bit better. And this is how they move them. You know what I mean? And as you can see, they get like squashed from their own weight. It really pushes them down. So I mean, it's kind of a wild thing to see when you see these big pumpkins. Like I said, they have like a drip system that gives them water and growth, and that's how they grow like that. I've seen it done. Then it says, look, no nose rings, no tattoos, no ripped jeans, no pink hair. One grace of elegance, I like kind of women like that too. The time when men were men and women were women, and they looked like that. They looked that way. I don't get into chicks having all the tattoos and all that stuff. I like my women straight out looking like women like that. I think skirts, it's exciting. Women should accent their body, not sound male chauvinist, but, it's what it is, I mean, back in my days, you look at a girl that was dressed nice, one that dressed bummy, you're like, eh. When they take pride in how they look, makes a difference. You know what I mean? I mean, they're looking like all bummy for no reason. You get like, they don't care about nothing. You know what I mean? So keep that in mind, guys. Watch how your women you're with around, I guess. I don't know. I've done this on using big long skewers like that. I actually got one of them right here. You know, here's one of my big skewers right there. You know, I got them right here behind me in a thing. You know, they're fun to cook with. I put chicken wings on them and stuff like that, and they cook up good. You know what I mean? They're fun. You could turn them easier. The little wooden ones are fine. Food cooks kind of fast with them. So watch using them. Soak them in water for a while so they get wet. They don't burn on you, because a lot of people don't do that. They just stick the meat right on the skewer and throw it on the flames, and then the wood burns. Soak them overnight's even better. You know what I mean? If you can, you know, but at least a good hour or more. You know, give them a soak. You know, more soaked they are, the better. And then put the food, and don't have the flames hitting it so much, especially with them little wooden sticks. You know, they'll burn. They're bamboo, but they will burn, and then everything looks bad. You know, and plus you don't want to eat the wood. You know, so make sure soak them, put your little meats on them, and keep the heat. Just do the heat more. You don't want a lot of flame. On these metal ones, you can get away with some flame, but you just want the heat. The heat works it the best. Then how do you prefer your meat? You know what I mean, the steak. I can eat it from medium to almost well. I've eaten raw back in my heydays, and I don't really want to eat that now. So I'll basically eat number 4 to 6. That's me now. Maybe 3. You know, if a cook don't know what they're doing. I hate when I go to one of these restaurants and I say I want it medium rare or I want it medium well, and they're giving it to me like number 1 and 2. They don't know what in the hell they're doing. Why are you even giving this out? This is not even near what the hell I'm asking for. You know, I've sent it back, and then I'm just like, I don't want it back, because now it's like you're recooking the damn meat, it's like, so I'm really fussy on what places I will go to order a steak, especially cooked. I mean, I'm really fussy. I got to hear a lot of good reviews, and I might try it there. But other than that, I make my own. You know what I mean? I know what I like, and I make it that way. So, I mean, if you go out and you order a medium rare, medium rare is like a number 3. You know what I mean? Medium well, it's kind of like a 4 and a 5. You know what I mean? Kind of maybe toward the 5. And if they're giving you anything that looks like a 2, no, you know what I mean? It's like you're not in even the ballpark. So keep that in mind. I thought this was a good post to show people about their steaks, and eat it the way you want. They send it back. Tell them forget it. Here was like a wine that Aldi's was selling. It was a happy Halloween wine, a party wine. I thought that was kind of funny. All these wines and beers that come out now, it's hard to tell what's good or not. I mean, it's so, I don't know, mass produced now. I mean, unless you want good wine, you're going to pay for good wine. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, if you just want to drink wine for this label, you're just drinking sugar. You know what I mean? It's just really a flavored wine just to please the masses. I mean, you're not going to drink a high quality wine. So if you want wine, keep away from stuff like this. This is like mass produced stuff. Even a lot of these beers, you know what I mean, these flavored beers and all, they're not made for like serious beer drinkers and stuff. Like me, I like straight up Bud. I'll drink Bud, Heineken stuff. These are beers I like. I don't like these other beers, you know what I mean? Now, there's some really good craft beer. I might try it every once in a while, but a lot of them is so mass-produced because people who don't like beer don't want the beer taste, and it's just flavored. You're just drinking all this flavoring, and don't wine, don't drink that. That'll do more harm to you than good, Here's that Halloween wine again as I'm talking this, buy this product, like it's a sweet bloody, it says, so it's going to be a sweet wine, be red, sweet, it's all for show. But if you want to have fun, you get the wine, make it think like you're Dracula, drinking, a glass of blood, you're drinking my blood, And then here's something. I know one reason my generation is tougher than yours. Yeah, if you ever played on one of these damn things, you are tough. You know, because they would. It's spun in a circle. You push it with your friends, and you spin it in a circle. You jump on, and you all spin in a circle. I've seen kids get smacked in the hell by these handles and all that because they'll be running, they'll slip, and pow, right in the head. Yeah, did they cry? Oh hell yeah, you know. But it's something else, But these are they're tough toys, but in some third world countries, especially like in not the jungles, but like in Africa and all, they use this type of thing as a pump. So they pump water up for the like village, and they'll let the kids play on it literally, and they'll spin it around, and it will pump up the water for them to have. So it's a good idea because the kids got all this damn energy, and they bring water to their village, and they pump it up by playing with this merry-go-round type toy. So yeah, it does work. But yeah, I've seen. Now it never happened to me. I fell off them, but I've seen a lot of dudes and girls get hit in the damn head by the mandals. And go flying off. And we didn't have grass. We had blacktop. Playgrounds I grew up on, we had blacktop. I mean, there was no grass, no dirt, no pieces of foam rubber, none of this. I mean, it was steel, metal monkey bars and all that. And man, hell, you fell off. Oh well, yeah, I fell off a lot of times at that damn blacktop. Yeah, so shit, but. That was playing, and we thought it was fun. Well, we didn't know. We were stupid. Then you had Pizza Hut was this. There was no better place to be. I don't remember really going to a Pizza Hut when I was growing up. I went to the Pizza Huts down here in Tennessee. And there's one in Livingston that looks just like this picture here. And it's pretty nice. I mean, they don't do the stuff they should. Since COVID, they cut back. But it's a nice little place inside and everything. And I like these places. I think they should serve beer in them and put some games on. And they really will bring in the crowd, because you got to compete with some bar stuff now. I mean, it's that simple. I mean, there's a lot of, competition. But as a family place, yeah, you could serve like a couple of beers with that stuff, and you just keep it limited to 2 beers or something. You don't gotta, one little pitcher, and that's it. You don't gotta have them drink till they're drunk. Then growing up, I never knew this was opening the butter or leftovers. Now here's another thing. I never ate country crock in my life until I came down here to Tennessee. We had stuff called Tupperware, which looked a lot like this. When I came down here, I would get bowls or something every now and then, and people had them in these country crock tubs. You know what I mean? I was like, what the hell is this, But it's plastic, and I started using it. I bought country crock, the smaller ones, and all, and yeah, you just reuse the tubs, and they're great for reusing. You can microwave them a little bit, and not for a super long time, but you can microwave them. They hold anything. They're nice little serving size, especially the small ones. The big ones, yeah, you can hold a lot of stuff in it. You know what I mean? They're dark color, so this light doesn't penetrate through it. So yeah, they're pretty good. I mean, reuse what you got. People want to say recycle. That's recycling right there. I mean, hell, like I said, I never ate the stuff before coming down here. We ate butter. You know what I mean? I mean, my mom bought sticks and sticks and sticks and sticks, hell, of butter. I know what a stick of butter is, salted sticks of butter. Until I came down here, my sister started cooking with it, and then I started cooking with it. People are like, yeah, it's a margarine, you know what I mean? But, it adds a little bit different taste, but it's like funny. But yeah, reuse your stuff. I even reuse my plastic and cardboard coffee containers. Reuse them. I use them to hold tools, scrap stuff. I use them for all sorts of things too, you know. But I still know guys today that will carry their little country crock lunch of hamburger helper part of it in a country crock tub and bring it in and heat it up in the microwave. I mean, so yeah, you know, you already paid for the butter. You got a free bowl with it, you know. And now what's funny, you'll buy Hillshire Farm cold cuts, and they're giving you everything in like a Tupperware thing. So yeah, keep all of that. You know what I mean? Don't throw them away. You get it all free. I like when I go to the Chinese place and when I get soup, they give you these like clear round Tupperware things. I keep them all the time. You can't buy that stuff. You know what I mean? It saves you a ton of money. You know, so be wise. Save stuff. Save the planet. Now this is Nathan Lane. He's from Jersey City, New Jersey. I'm pretty sure I met him a couple of times in Jersey City. You know, he was when I first seen him coming up, I said, I know him. Me and him met and talked a few times. He was at some events and stuff like that. We're about the same age. And I'm saying, I even told my wife, I said, I met him. I know I did. I don't think he'll remember me. He'd be like, who the hell are you? You know what I mean? But I met him through some other friends and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I did. You know what I mean? But he wasn't a big star then like now. You know, he was coming up as one. You know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure I did meet him. But he's a great actor from the hometown of Jersey City. Woohoo! You know, hey, can't be bad there. So you know that's a win-win. Now, the new Addams Family is coming out. I think it is, or almost about ready to come out. You know, and I thought this was funny, you know, because this is the tender profile and the real life, what he looks like. But, you know, I don't know. I don't think they should have made Gomez look like the guy on the right. You know what I mean? You know, they're trying to go back to the comic book, but the other two Gomez's, especially RuPaul, one he and Paul Roulette, I can't say his name good, you know, I think he was better than John Austin, you know what I mean? Because that to me, Gomez Addams was. He was sophisticated and all of this, but like cuckoo, you know? But I don't know how this guy's going to play him. You know, if he plays him like that, and, you know, I think he'd be good, but they need to change that look on his face. You know what I mean? Because I think that's how Gomez would see himself. You know what I mean? That's just me. You know. Then the Prince Charles walking around the palace today. Well, that's because the Queen died. The Queen of England died. You know, prayers go out to her and family members who were grieving maybe still. You know, but that's Macho Man Randy Savage. And, yeah, you gotta walk like Randy Savage, man. Say, oh yeah, you know. So, you know, I got a kick out of that when I seen it, you know, and that's a really, really great picture. You know what I mean? I thought that was good to see that. You know, now this was a rare thing I saw on online. This is an albino hummingbird, you know, online. It showed up at a feeder, and I forgot what's in the city now. But it showed up, and I blew the picture up and all that so you can see it. But it was an albino hummingbird, you know what I mean? And basically albino animals, you know, they just lack the color pigmentation, you know what I mean, to have their colors. You know, so it's a little bit of mutant or something like that if you want to consider it that, but not really. It's kind of like a birth defect type of thing. You know what I mean, a DNA or genetic defect, you know, where the color never came out. But all their babies, you know, can all be colorful, you know what I mean? You know, they'll never see another one like that again. You know, but you see more and more albino animals, squirrels, you know, now these birds, other birds. I think it's something that they're eating that's causing a lot of this. That's just my take from it, you know, because like I say, you see more and more animals turning, you know, you're getting these random albino things more and more. You know, I just think they eat like too much kind of human food, and it's causing them genetic defects. I could be totally wrong. It could just be normal. But that's an opinion I have, you know. Then these were the superhero cups from 7-Eleven. You know what I mean? You get these all on the different cups. You know, they have all sorts of pictures on them of the superheroes. You know, Nick Fury, Thor. You know, so they were really always pumping out a lot with superheroes in the past. You know, the Thing. You know, Dracula. Even he had a thing. Black Panther. You know, so there's always been a lot, and people collected stuff like that. I don't even know if you could find any of these cups to collect. That'd be interesting. You know, then these were some of the Saturday morning cartoons. You know, Captain Caveman, the Galaxy Goof Offs. I remember some of these, you know, cartoon series. You know, and I missed them. I'm really shocked nobody yet has came out with bringing back the Saturday morning cartoons on Saturday on one of these Roku channels or something. It should be somewhere. You know what I mean? And do them just like they did during the 70s. You know, have them out there all together. You know, so I mean that should be there. I'm getting a little. My signal's going all over the place, as you guys can see. So, but yeah, that should come back. You know, I don't know if it's the weather or what here. You know, but they should bring it back, and it should be, you know, the same way they did during the 70s. Do the same lineup from 6 a.m. to 12, and do the same lineup and put some other stuff in the afternoon. And then parents or grandparents could sit with the kids and show them these shows. You know what I mean? And they're great. At least there'll be something in context. I get a kick out of when I watch the Monster Channel. They show a bunch of the old B-movie monster movies, but the commercials are great. They show these like commercials from back then. They bring back a lot of great memories and all of that. So I mean, yeah, I think they should bring them back and let people experience that. I wonder why my signal's going all over the place. You know. Then these are candies. They were called. I remember these things were called UFOs. You know, they were. It tasted like foam, that stuff, and inside were little beads, and you could shake them. You hear the beads rattle, 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 and then you had these, like I said, foam outer casings, you know, and you would just pop them in your mouth or try to bite them in half and watch the damn beads go everywhere, you know. So it was a fun thing to eat, you know. And there's my hometown. It says, I'm from Jersey City. We don't keep calm. We don't. You know, we get all hyper and hysterical about stuff. I speak loud when I get pissed off. So, yes, us New Jersey people are very boisterous. You know, now this was a great actor. He's still around. He was a fighter before he became an actor. He played in a lot of movies, Armageddon. Oh man, list goes on and on. You know, he returned to his fire company during 9/11 to work 12-hour shifts. You know, throughout the breeze during the week, and he didn't take any publicity about it. You know, he's a good, humble man. You know, he went back to help people. That's a true firefighter and a truly a good man. You know. Okay, I'm going to do one more. It says, make yourself at home. Your home, seriously, go away. So when you make yourself at home, get out of here. You know, all right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up here real quick. It's going to take me just a second or two, and I'm going to cut open a pineapple. And let me just get this back. Whoop. Okay, go off of that. There we go. Okay, I'm still here. Hooray! You know, I don't know what signal here. You know, I'm down. You know, I don't want to signal. Okay, let me just check. it should be clicking back. Yeah, it loses signal. I can't if it acts up, I'm gonna go. Okay, it's not gonna let me do what I want to do, but I thank everybody. Wait, it's coming back. If it comes back, I want to cut the stuff open. There we go. Now it's getting back. Okay, let me just move this. Move that. Okay. Bear with me for 2 seconds. Don't go away.
Hello everybody, it's Bandana. Jay will be right back. He was just getting something to drink real quick and getting something else. I think he needed to cut the stuff, but he'll be right back. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. It's kind of a cool, cloudy day here. We're in Middle Tennessee, and it's a little bit of a cool, cloudy day. We got Jake and Bucky the Wonder Dogs here. I don't think you can see them, but here, Bucky. Here, Bucky. Here, Bucky. Oh, there's Bucky. There's Bucky. Look, Bucky. Wave, Bucky. That's Bucky. Ah, there's Bucky. All right. You come here, Jake. Can you come here? Jake, you can. No. So, everybody like the meme show? Oh, I think he's back.
Yeah.
Okay. Take these monsters back in. Come on, Jake. Go back in. Go sit
Okay, I think our signal is back, so I'm glad about that. You know, let me just check something here. Okay. Yeah, she was telling me the light was blinking. That had nothing to do with me, so I don't know. All right, I'm back. Now, this is a pomegranate. This is a watermelon. This is a pineapple. You know what I mean? I'm going to do the pineapple first. You know, it's a real simple. I got a little tub here. I bought these tubs at the Dollar Tree. They fit the pineapple great, you know, once you get it cut. But you take your knife, cut the top off. Okay. Then you got that. I forgot to get myself a bucket. You know what I mean? But I'll just throw them here on the side. You know, you got the top. Like I said in my past video, some people try to grow these. You can, but it takes a while. It doesn't like 2 weeks you're going to get a pineapple. You get a little one. It'll take like maybe a year to 2 years before you start seeing any actual flowering or anything like that. So, but if you get one, you're trying to give it time, work with it, make sure you're getting roots, watch it, and nurse it along. Or you got a nice little centerpiece if you want to do some winter luauing or something like that. But I'm going to put that right there. Okay. Now, I had this for quite a while, this one. It's a simple pineapple core, pineapple cutter. In the middle here, you'll see you got the hard core. You want to put this right over that. Now, this is a small pineapple, and then you just twist it, and make sure you go straight down and stay on that core, You might have to apply a little bit of pressure, so just twist and push down, twist and push, twist and push. Once it starts going, it'll just screw itself straight down. Okay, you just watch your bottom. Whoop. See, now it went all the way through. Because you should even see it and it won't twist no more. I'm going to take that out. Take that, and I'm just going to pull this. My handle popped on my thing. No, otherwise I would just pull it straight up. There we go. And it came right out. Now, like I was telling a lady not too long ago, see, you got a nice hole on the bottom. The inside is perfect. I got a cat that's going to come up here and knock all my stuff down. So let me move this cat food for him. Looky here. You can go right there and eat all you want. You can take a cup and stick it in there and make it look like you're drinking, out of a pineapple cup, and you're not. One of the red Solo cups. You could put a candle in here and you'll see the flames coming out. You could put another cup with some foam, put flowers in it, you know what I mean? So these can be reused for decoration as you have your little luau type thing, or when you're grilling out, or even at home. Just put a little plate under it. It'd be a little wet, But just put a plate under it. You can show that because it smells beautiful of the scent of pineapple. So you got that, I got a towel here, I put the cat food right there for you. No, there's nothing there. Here, looky here. There you go. Go that way. There you go. Oh. Cats are crazy. But keep that in mind, going back to what I was saying. So this can be used for a lot of things. It's cut, so keep that in mind. You don't have to throw them away right away. Then you have this, I'm going to just put my little pieces of scrap in there. I think I'm going to eat that later. And your pineapple come out like that, okay? Now you can leave it here on the core, and just slice it down. Slice down. You don't got to put that much pressure on it. Sometimes I take it off the core to do this, and sometimes I do it on it. And that's really it. And you get your slices. I love doing this. Now, if you wanted rings, you would just give it one slice and they will come off in rings. But I don't need rings, so I just cut it all. And just a little waste. And in here is your core. See, now it was in the middle of that. See, I just gave it a push and pulled it out. If you want to have a food processor, put this in it. It'll make like a pulp. Try to really make it liquefied. Great for basting on a ham. Well, you're not supposed to eat ham, but basting chicken and all that. You know, it becomes a real good heavy pineapple. You know, be thick. You know, so you might not want to. So everything will be used. You could put it on a skewer, let it roast with your other stuff, and let the flavor come out of it. Especially if you're rotisserie a chicken. You know, stick this inside the chicken. It'll keep dripping it in it, and you'll get the flavor of the pineapple and all. So this still has a use. It's not just outright garbage. You don't want to eat it like this. It's hard. You know what I mean? But like I said, you stick this on a skewer, put it in your chicken as you marinate it, putting it in your pot roast, you know, if you want to spin it on, you know, the juices come through it onto the meat. You know, like I said, we'll throw it in your blender, puree it really fine until it's like liquefied. Makes it great, you know, for basting. You know, so keep this in mind. So that's everything with that. You know what I mean? And as you've seen, that only took me if I wasn't talking and explaining it, it only took a couple of minutes. And see, and I filled up that whole thing with the pineapple. You know? See? Like I said, some of this didn't cut fully, but it's alright by me, because I could just break it and eat it. You know? Well, so, that's done. I'm going to put this over here. Bring that in. Now, the next thing we're going to make is the pomegranate. Now, that's a little different. Okay, you gotta kind of work with it a little bit. You know, get your little bowl ready, and I rinse mine off after I do it. So, and what I'm just gonna do is quarter it. You know, I'm just gonna quarter it real fast and just pull the seeds off it. A lot of people don't even know what's inside of pomegranate. It also makes the Star of David with these little ends of the fruit. Now, a good way, if you know you got a fresher one, if these don't fall off. You know what I mean? If these are brittled or dried out and they're this way, it's dried out a lot. So you might not, you can get it, but the little seed pods inside won't maybe be as plump because it's starting to really dry out. But this is all flexible, so it should be pretty good. You know, and what I do is I just cut this in half like that, and that's what it looks like. You know, and I'm going to cut it again, but that's what it looks like. You get all these little red things, you know, and like that. Now, I normally do this in the sink and let them float, but see, bend it open and just work them off. That's all you got to do. So, now you'll have this little papery vein, you know, skin or whatever you want. Just put it to the side. You don't need it, you know. And that's all you got to do is just pull them off. See, and I'll get my strainer when I'm done here. I'm not going to show that, but I take my strainer and I'll strain them out, and I'll take out these other little pieces that I missed, you know, and just strain them out. You know, was that time-consuming part of it? Possibly. You know, I mean, you know, sometimes if I see I don't have a lot in there or something, I might not do it. I'll just do it as I get them. You know what I mean? As I take them out. I like eating this in my salads. Eat it with dinner, a little bit after dinner as a dessert. You know, See, and I just cleaned that piece right off. See? And I just, roll it around. And that's it. Take this one. You could break it into little smaller sections to do it. So it's like that. Some will come out easier, some won't. You know. My wife never ate these until me, and she never knew how to clean them, and I show her. And if she can do it, anybody can do it. Like I said, there'll be little pieces more of the skin, but try to take your time, get them out. Now, I remember growing up, these would be the cheapest thing to buy. We used to call them Chinese apples, and they were cheap. I mean, literally cheap to buy. I mean, you got them for like 50 cents, Now, since the big craze about them, they went up in price, But I notice certain times of the year they go down in price because I guess they're in season, I never really think about it with them, what's the season for them or not, And this wasn't a very big pomegranate, you know. It's the average size. I've seen ones really big, you know. And as you see, this is not taking long. I mean, none of this takes long to do. See? That's all basically the waste right there so far, And this fruit has been around for thousands of years. Thousands of years, It's not no GMO special made thing or nothing. It's been around the time of Jesus and before, Time of Moses is even mentioned, So I mean, it's a fruit that's been around an extremely long time, grown the same way, ate the same way, more than you realize. I like when it breaks open kind of big, because then it goes really simple. And if I get, like I said, some of the little other pieces in it, I don't mind, because that has no taste, and so if you eat it, it'll just give you a little fiber in your diet, But like I said, you'll see once you do one how quick it really goes. I'm gonna do a little 2-minute cleanup here once I'm done live streaming. I thank everybody for tuning in. Sorry about the little glitches with the power. That was the Wi-Fi company doing that. I don't know why they do these things, but they're great for doing it around here. It gets rather annoying, when you're trying to do stuff, and all of a sudden your signal starts going all awry for no reason, But what can you do, Look how much I got so far. I just got this little piece left. I did do a couple other watermelons since the last ones I was doing. I love my watermelon. But I like seeded watermelon. I think that's the way watermelon should be eaten. Eaten, not eated. Eaten. Now, there's really nothing you could do with that to make any party flavor with. Not that I know of with the skin. You know what I mean? Of the pomegranate. You know. But that's all I got from there. You know. It filled up this little tub. Really, really good. You know. As you see, I don't have really none of the white skin in it, you know, whatever you want to call it, you know. So that's about it. I'm gonna put my little lock and lock lid. There you go. Wipe the bottom. Like I said. Now that'll last me pretty much all week, or maybe just a tad more. You don't need to put that much in your food, you know, fist's worth, you know, that's really all you need. So, and if you're not eating it every day, so, and I got that pomegranate for like $2, you know what I mean. Like I said, our holiday is coming, you know, Rosh Hashanah. Is it called Rosh Hashanah? Yeah, Rosh Hashanah for our Jewish friends, or the Feast of Trumpets. That's what we call it as Messianic. You know, and I get all my names mixed up. I got tons of stuff on my mind. I say everything wrong. You know, but we're going to eat that tomorrow. Gail, my wife, while Olive, she'll be on later on her page. She's going to show you about honey. The honey we got, and she's going to put it in little jars. Of course, we're going to have the honey and the apples and the pomegranates. These are little customary things to eat during that. So, it'd be fine. Give me 2 seconds to wash my hands before I touch my phone.
I see he got the fruit cut. Okay. He got the fruit. Let me see. I want to get right in the way of the camera. Okay, yeah. We'll be having the pomegranates tomorrow.
Oh,
for the
come
feast. Come out, Dick.
Okay, I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. Okay. Well, everyone have a great, great day. God bless you. Thanks for watching. I hope you had fun. I'm sorry the signal's going all up and down. That's totally out of my control. You know, and I'll be back again next week. We'll be doing some more live streaming, going to an event and all of that. So I think we thank everybody for watching. Remember to hit the like button, to hit the subscribe, hit the follow. Be on the list so this way you know when I'm coming on. Or if you missed, go back and look at it. Have some fun. So God bless everybody and have a great day. And let me just get this up so you know. Boom. There you go. You know, thank you for watching. Like our page on Facebook, The Banana J Show. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, The Banana J Show. So don't forget to do that. Thank you very much. God bless you. Everybody have a lot of fun today.